Fate Foundation, as we all know, is the leading non-profit that is dedicated to enterprise development on this side of the continent. And every year we gather like this to showcase just a little bit of all the work that we do all through the year. And at events like this, we also wish and send forth all graduates from the major Fate Foundation programs, the AEPs and the EEPs. When I walked in this afternoon, one of the ushers said to me, "Are you AEP or EEP?" And I said to her, "I am no EP. I'm just here to play a very simple role over the next 2 hours." So before we commence in full gear, I'd like to invite a few persons who would be sitting on this side of the hall. Would invite them up, and then would all sing the national anthem and go further with all the other activities that we have for this afternoon. I'd like you to please warmly celebrate the first person that I'll be inviting up to the stage. He's someone who many years ago stepped back and took a very clear look at the future and realized and decided that enterprise development should not be an outcome of a mere expectation or something that we think that government policy should deliver. And he envisioned the fact that enterprise development should be a strategic and deliberate intervention. And I'm sure many years after, the impact of his vision continues to inspire and challenge many entrepreneurs who, I'm confident, are now succeeding in all parts of the world. Graduates, volunteers, special guests, please join me as I invite and welcome the chairman and founder of Fate Foundation, Mr. Fola Adeola. If Fate Foundation has impacted you, you make that applause stronger and warmer. Second seat. The second person who would join him up here is his better half, who just walked in. So I think I'll allow her a few seconds to catch her breath, but I'm sure you extend the same appreciation and love to Mrs. Hajara Adeola. People like to say without her, he couldn't have done it, so I'm sure you understand that. Thank you very much, ma'am. And the third person is none other than our very respected keynote speaker for this afternoon. He is the founder and vice chairman of CWG PLC, Mr. Austin Okere. When he announced on LinkedIn that he was retiring, I was wondering, and I'm sure we would understand a bit of that by the time he shares with us this afternoon. You're most welcome, sir. And last but certainly not the least is a firebrand, because only a firebrand can do what she does day in, day out at Fate Foundation. The one, the only, our very own executive director, Mrs. Adenike Adeyemi. If you want to receive your certificates on time, see all the love. Thank you, Nike. Thank you very much. All right, we're set to begin. I'd like to ask us all to please rise as we take the national anthem. Leading us will be Segun Aderinto from AEP 61 class. Where's Segun?
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey. To to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Thank you very much, Shegun. Can we please be seated? It almost sounded like Faith is a music school and not a business school. I'm told it's a mix of both. Before I invite the founder and chairman for his welcome address, would like to say a very big thank you to our sponsors, GT Bank, Superflux, and Superflux Limited. Can we put our hands together for them? Thank you so much. And of course, our media partners, Channels Television. Can we clap for Channels Television? Always been supporting Faith Foundation, Guardian TV, and Business Day newspapers. We thank you very much. You can also join the conversation online via the official hashtag Faith Celebration. That would be published on the screen in a few seconds. So one more time, let's invite and warmly welcome our chairman to give us his address, Mr. Fola Adeola.
Future of Faith Foundation, graduates, friends and family of graduates, Mrs. Adeola, our guest speaker, Executive Director of Faith. Good afternoon. Our 17th plus year, with at least 55% of our full course program alumni to date still in business. For 2017, we are celebrating over 100 graduates of our full-time flagship program and over 700 youth in our Next Economy program. We have a program called Next Economy. Number 3, we supported about 80 of our entrepreneurs to access funding for starting and growing their businesses. Number 4, we launched 2 research reports on entrepreneurship ecosystem. Number 5, virtual dissemination of knowledge and resources for entrepreneurs through the msmehub.org platform. Number 6, driving thought leadership on improving and enabling the Nigerian entrepreneurship ecosystem through our policy engagement. Number 7, focus more on providing targeted support for our new and older businesses to grow and scale up. Number 8, we welcome the graduating class, our volunteers, FME Award nominees, our partners and our friends, and she didn't forget to tell me to tell you to enjoy the program. What do I want to say? It's always a pleasure to be here once a year. It's always a pleasure to even look forward to see the several people who have gone through our programs in an attempt to create a life of non-dependence or independence, economic independence. Austin sat next to me and he said, how come we saw this far? We didn't. We just realized that there were too many people writing applications, looking for work. And it began like, my child has been home for 6 months, until it became my child has been home for 4 years, and there's no work. And parents who have spent so much deprive themselves or deny themselves of so much to educate their children, continue to feed these children. These are men and women now who continue to stay at home because they cannot pay rent. They cannot pay rent because they don't have a job, and so on and so forth. And the idea came that, all right, getting a job is one solution. What of creating a job? And it is the process of creating a job that Faith Foundation is trying to assist with. Not everybody will be an entrepreneur, just as not everybody will be an employee. That is the idea here. But today is for those who are graduating, who are living this part of their journey. Different people have shared different things with you. Will you remember them all? It's not likely. But there were some that hit you while you were on the program that you carry with you. And I hope that those that you carry with you will help you to create outstanding businesses. Having done this for 17 years, we've said to ourselves, how do we assist those who are in there, who have continued to struggle, not dropping the ball, to scale up their businesses? We are working hard at that so that we can have businesses that then begin to employ people in their thousands. That's what we do. I want to wish you well. I don't want to promise you that the journey is rosy or is pleasant. It is not. O-level was not pleasant. A-level was not pleasant. I mean, why does anybody want to study at night? It's not fun. We should be sleeping at night. But in the knowledge of the good things that are promised ahead by providence, there's some work that we need to do, and then we realize them. But all I want to tell you is that learn to enjoy the hardship, because in hardship there is fun. In falling there is fun, because there's a lot of lessons. I don't even know those people who learn from successes. That's where arrogance is bred. But when you fall, you ask yourself what tripped you, and hopefully you learn to not allow that to trip you again. You may be lucky your first attempt at business will go well. You may also be lucky that it may not go well, so that you pick some lessons. And you try again, and you try again, and then you find that, you know what, we got it wrong here the last time. We've now understood that, and that's why we're going well. Amongst yourselves or together, you need to hold yourself tight, because on those days, when things appear to be low, and you think that you are alone, why me? Why is it happening to me alone? I want to let you know that it's happening to everybody. Everybody. Or most people that have passed that way, happen to them. And it's nice to call them. They don't have to be your class, you're in the same group as you. You know, the very abused word in town today is mentoring. Call somebody. Don't give the person a title. I'm going through this. And say, oh, you too? I thought it was only me. And then you realize that, you know what? Okay, how do we solve it? Or somebody who said to you, I did that before. I went through the same. This is what I did. Even that which the person did may not help you, but at least the knowledge that somebody went through it, you find your own solution. I want to wish you well. I want to wish you every progress. You've started. Some of you will not even continue. It's okay. That's the way life is structured. For those of you that will not continue, in whatever you opt to do, I wish you well still. And for those of you that will continue, I wish you well. It's tougher. But I hope that on the other side of that effort is bliss. You know, you never finish. There are CEOs of organizations here today. They haven't finished. There are still things in front of them that they have to crack. There are still challenges they are facing. But if, you know what? If they didn't have those challenges, they probably don't have any motivation to want to go to work. That's what they get paid for. Congratulations. The platform today is for a star speaker. And before I get misunderstood or misrepresented as a star speaker, let me just stop at the moon and leave you in the hands of those who have organized this. Congratulations. All the best. Break a leg. Good luck.
Can we sustain that applause for a few more seconds? For the founder and chairman of Faith Foundation. Would like to invite our keynote speaker, the founder of CWG PLC and an entrepreneur in residence at the Columbia Business School, where he received special commendation for his mentorship role in innovation and entrepreneurship. He was then appointed to the advisory board of the Global Business School Network in recognition of his major contributions to the development of business education and knowledge transfer in Africa. He's a recipient of many awards and also serves as a member of one of the World Economic Forum's Global Agenda Councils. He's a fellow of the Nigerian Computer Society and Institute of Directors, Nigeria. Please give a much warmer applause as we invite our keynote speaker, the founder and vice chairman of CWG PLC, Mr. Austin Okere.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to stand on the protocol established by Mr. Fola Adeola that I admire so much, and I'm awed by his foresight for setting up this august foundation. Back in the day, entrepreneurship was not as, what do we call it, the hippest thing. If you don't find a job in a bank or an oil company or in a manufacturing outfit, then you go and set up something on your own. But he saw it 27 years ago. And I really admire how far Faith has come. For me, it's a coming home because I used to teach at Faith on almost all the programs. I also see Madam Adeola beside you. I think that support was also very key. Adenike, thank you for the invitation. You've been so wonderful answering all my clarification and making it pleasant for me to be here. I was asked to speak on the topic, the future of entrepreneurship, but I modified it a little, and I'm going to talk about the future is entrepreneurship. I hope I have your permission, because indeed the future is entrepreneurship. According to Maria Robinson, nobody can go back and start a new beginning, but everybody can start today and make a new ending. Many people ask me whether entrepreneurs are born or made. And I always say that it's actually the wrong question. For me, the right question is, who volunteers to be an entrepreneur? This backbone of many economies that provide the majority of jobs. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when? I believe that it is through entrepreneurship that we can accelerate job creation and nation development. Perhaps the most difficult transition I had to make in my life was leaving the comfort of my job to start the CWG group. It was difficult because I was perceived as one of the upwardly mobile executives in my former company. The company was doing very well and was regarded as one of the most outstanding ICT firms then. I was well paid. I had ample commission from sales. My life was on a roll. I understood that to achieve the growth I decided as a leader, I would have to make a change. I needed a vehicle that I could be in reasonable control of, and that was how CWG was born. The rest, they say, is history. We listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange as the largest security in the ICT sector in 2013, which was quite a distance from when we started in 1999. But good things come to those who wait. And we were recognized as a global growth company by the World Economic Forum in 2014. And I was pleasantly surprised, and I would say a bit proud, that both Columbia Business School in New York and MIT in Boston came to our company and have written case studies on our company that is being used in faculty in the MBA in both schools. Also at the Lagos Business School, I see my president wondering whether I will not mention Lagos Business School. But that is where I was formed. We were the pioneer members of the executive MBA at Lagos Business School. Mrs. Adeshola, thank you. I went on to become entrepreneur in residence at Columbia Business School after going to class when we were teaching our case for several years. So, from 2010, I've been an entrepreneur in residence. I go there to teach in spring, summer, and fall, but I'm a proud Nigerian resident. I currently serve on the World Economic Forum on innovation and entrepreneurship, and I also serve on the advisory board of the Global Business School Network based in Washington, D.C. Just the last annual conference, I was asked to keynote interview the chief economist of the World Bank, Paul Roma. And as Fola said, why me? I was shy to tell them that I haven't done anything like that before. And I was hoping that maybe I'll find an excuse not to go. But we had a good time, Paul and I, on stage at the American University. I must add here that whilst it must sound all part and does it wasn't as smooth as I had pictured it. Neither is it as smooth as I've told it to you. The path that I've followed this 25 years, they've been filled with serious trials, as you would expect, of a company that is operating in our harsh environment. We need the environment to be a bit more forgiving. And this lack of infrastructure makes the road littered with broken bodies from the tough battles to get ahead, despite all odds. And you can see this, my premature gray sprouts. This is key testimony to how difficult it has been. As John Maxwell says, life is a series of trade-offs. If we're going to grow as influencers, then at different junctures of life, we're going to have to let go of what we have to take hold of something better. In other words, we must give up to go up. When we're just starting out in life, the trade-offs are relatively painless. And I guess this is where I was lucky, because I just worked 4.5 years before I went to start on my own. So having barely established ourselves, it's easy to part with our present situation so that we can pursue opportunities to expand our influence. However, the higher we go, the tougher the trade-offs become. We get attached to what we've built, and we become invested in our successes. The more we have, the more adverse we are to change. If you doubt me, ask any executive director of a sinking bank why he's still there. Just can't leave. It's quite difficult to let go of a comfort zone. In starting today to make a new ending, I must commend you for taking the first step by equipping yourself for the challenges ahead through your participation at the Faith Foundation program. This is a program that seeks to sharpen your innovation and entrepreneurial acumen. But you can't ask God to direct your steps without moving your feet. In order to reach your potential as a leader, you have to discover your passion and fully key into it. And this may involve taking some risks and making some bold changes. It will certainly involve learning, unlearning, and relearning as you go along. In the past, we used to say that the big fish will swallow the small fish. Today, it is the fast fish that eats the slow fish. And if you look at what has happened with Uber, Amazon, Alibaba, Airbnb, they have demonstrated that the fast fish will eat the slow fish. 20 years ago, none of them was on any corporate ranking list. Today, they dominate the top 10 in the Fortune 100 list. There is no better time than now to seriously consider and undertake your own entrepreneurial journeys. The immense support systems that are available today, they cannot be overemphasized. There has emerged a horde of millennials, of which my son is one, very much at home with technology and adventure. And this is really the perfect mate for entrepreneurship. And they will have it no other way. They want to go to the office when they want to go, and they want to do their projects when they want to do their projects. My son came to me to ask me for money to host this program on Android, on iOS. I learned all these things from him. And he said he was going to pay me back. And what was he going to do? He said, he's a creative. He takes photographs and he posts them onto, but it takes very difficult to look and find his photographs. And he believed that other creatives will have the same problem, people that have art that they want to. So he created a platform called Content, Q-O-N-T-E-N-T. And I was steadily paying for them to host this platform until one day, we were on holiday and he had to come to Nigeria because he has been selected and won the 25 top entrepreneurs under 25. And he was just 16. This opened my eye to the possibility of what you can do by yourself rather than dusting that CV day in and day out. And I really want to thank Fola for giving this opportunity of Faith Foundation. We also have support systems such as the internet, which can generate innovative ideas for solving problems. Use it well. It's a very useful tool. The ubiquity of broadband and the pervasiveness of mobile phones, along with breakthrough technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data, and blockchain, are expanding the frontiers for entrepreneurship in ways that were hitherto not feasible, not even possible, and leveling the playing field in the process. The fintech new kids on the block are now challenging the big banks for tough. So GT and StanChart, you stand warned. Much the same way as instant messaging is sending the post office to an early grave. And I'm pleased to note that emerging markets, and indeed Africa, are leading the charge on this score. Time there was when the post office was the center of our lives. I used to have a post office savings account. But there was no innovation. You still have to go to the post office to buy stamps, and you still have to lick the back of the stamp to paste it on your envelope. That hasn't changed. And people have found more innovative ways of sending messages than posting them in an envelope. If you look at Africa and China, M-Pesa in Kenya, Alibaba in China, these are perfect examples of fintech. And it will surprise you that a subsidiary of Alibaba, which is Ant Financial, has the same valuation as the biggest bank in Europe, UBS Bank, at $60 billion. This is just a subsidiary of Alibaba, a fintech. In fact, CWG is also a poster boy for fintech here in Nigeria, along with companies such as Flutterwave, Paystack. And if you look at, I could use this example of Diamond Bank. In 23 years, they were able to garner 7 million accounts. Just 1 year after they adopted the software we put in, Diamond Yellow account, they added 6 million accounts. And that's a big difference. For me, the joy is not just in the numbers, but the fact that inclusiveness is happening. In a country like Nigeria, maybe 60% of people are without bank accounts. That market woman is not poor. She just doesn't have the time to go and queue in the bank. You have to take the bank to her. And you have the mobile phone to take the bank to her. You have agents that she can do cash in, cash out. That is how we encourage inclusiveness. It's amazing how we blossom once we discover and key into our passion. Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Barack Obama, Kwame Nkrumah, Pele, Usain Bolt, many others that you have heard of, they all achieved significance when they discovered their passion. Then they left their comfort zones and they made the necessary trade-offs. Coming to the end, I'll share some of the trade-offs that I made. 1, I exchanged affirmation for accomplishment. I stopped being a people pleaser. If you always say yes when you rather say no, then you find yourself unhappily going through the motions of living, giving control of your time, energy, and spirit to anyone who asks for it. Fundamentally, leadership involves serving others and adding value to them. However, the best way to do that is by proactively and strategically contributing your strengths, not by passively allowing others to dictate how you spend your time. Jose Mourinho, Diego Simone, Jurgen Klopp, for instance, they may not be very friendly coaches, but they have reputations for delivering the goods. When you only concern yourself with present professional achievement, you tend to lose sight of the long-term goal. Quoting from William Shakespeare, there is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. On such a full sea are we now afloat. And we must take the current when it serves, or lose our venture. I believe that the challenges in our world today also offer ample opportunity to get ahead with creativity and innovation. In my personal experience, the thing we fear most in life are not necessarily our adversities. So as we step boldly into the era of new possibilities, I wish to encourage you with a quote from Pauline Kaiser. Continuity gives us roots. Change gives us branches, letting us stretch and grow and reach new heights. Inside every seed is a tree. Nigeria is the best place to plant seeds for the next wave of African entrepreneurs. So my dear graduates of Faith Foundation, you are now fully equipped. Nothing should hold you back. Go out there and leave your footprints in the sands of time. God bless you.
Can we put our hands together one more time for our keynote speaker? Thank you very much, sir, for those timeless words. And I'm sure that many years to come, we would watch this video and still take key lessons on our entrepreneurial journeys. Now we've come to another high point, this event, which is our graduation ceremony. And I'd like to invite Oge Naife, the coordinator of the Faith School of Entrepreneurship, to please step up to coordinate the graduation ceremony.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll very quickly talk about our programs, our flagship programs at Faith Foundation. Our Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program is our enterprise training and support program for startups and entrepreneurs focused on the key rudiments of building a business within the Nigerian environment, and also helping the entrepreneurs consider critical aspects of running a new business, such as their business model, market strategy, financial market management, and legal and tax requirements.
Before coming for the class, I thought I knew a lot about business, but obviously I didn't know jack. And throughout the 7-8 weeks that I attended the Faith Foundation AEP 60 class, it was very enlightening. I did learn a lot, and I met a lot of people that also helped in my learning process about not just business, but also about teamwork.
My experience at Faith Foundation has been highly knowledgeable. It's been a fantastic experience. We've gone from customer relations to negotiation skills. You're talking about design thinking. That was my favorite one. That one actually helped me to know exactly how to narrow my business, the specific kind of thing I want to do in my business. And it also allowed me to know how to meet my customer needs, and that's very essential if you want to be successful in the business.
My experience has been extremely wonderful. From the first day that I attended, I've had some of the gray areas that I've been thinking, what do I do? It's been extremely practical. We've had a lot of practical sessions and how you innovate in your business, creativity.
Success doesn't happen by chance. That was my eureka moment, the day I understood that. You can't assume that it just falls into place. You have to decide that's what you want and work at it and make sure you get it.
My recommendation for business education in Nigeria is Faith Foundation. And I believe Faith Foundation have great facilitators and learning styles to aid easy assimilation. And I'll say thank you and God bless to Faith Foundation for being there for me.
In one word, my experience has been amazing.
Araba Tolu, Awonaya Olubumi, Ayalogu Winifred, Duosawo Abraham, Evehoma Felix, Idowu Adeniyi, Ihaza Vivian, Irabo Bobby, Irobode Benedicta, Olokunola Oladapo, Owo Abidemi, Oweye Doyin, Shonoiki Miriam, Yusuf Kehinde. Let's put our hands together for them, please. I'd like to invite Engineer Bayo Adiola to take pictures with them, please. Thank you very much, sir. It's good to note that the class valedictorian is from this class, and also one of our entrepreneurs, Yusuf Kehinde, is heading to the New York Film Academy early next year after winning a major photography contest. Thank you very much. Moving on to AP59, I'm just going to read out their names as well. Azu Anene Chibweze, Badmos Olalekon, Bakare Mojisola, Egbayelo Raphael, Ifidon Binta, Ogunsalu Samuel, Oyebadejo Deji, Udoye Amaka, Wilkie Josephine, Williams Monde. Please put your hands together for them. It's good to note here that Raphael Egbayelo, who along with his co-founder Eric is responsible for all the video productions we have showcased. And he's in this class. Thank you very much. Adenuga Alice, Adenekon Oluwadara, Afolayan Oluwasayo, Agbola Oluwaseun, Agaowa Eric, Aino Olumide, Ajani Olawale, Akinriwale Dasola, Ariyo Olaide Fatima, Awobode Oluwafemi, Bigila Justina, Brian Enegi Deborah, Ejiofor Kingsley, Emetunwa Neamaka, Emmanuel Eyo, Eremiokale Mayowa, Esiaba Chukuka, Fajemisi Peter, Falano Owolabi, Fashino Olabisi, Ibrahim Alhadi, Ige Oyinkan, Iyade Abigail, Lanisa Tolulope, Laniyan Kolawole, Nwafo Ada, Okpala Lillian, Olaniyan Olatayo, Oyuku Nkechi, Osunkoya Oluyemisi, Ota Chinemerem, Oyebisi Feisayo, Tamuno Okere Ifeinwa, Tani Momo Atinuke, Tiamiyu Omolara, Timothy Anietie, and Una Christian. Please put your hands together for them. I'd like to please welcome Mr. Tokunbo Talabi and Mrs. Hajara Adiola to please join them on stage for the photographs. put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Keep putting your hands together for them. Congratulations, all of you. Are we tired of clapping? Okay, I'll now call on the AP61 participants to come up stage. Abbas Agbaje, Aderinto Shegun, who, by the way, is the one who sang the national anthem. Ahame Fula Temi Tola, Aiboka Jababe, Alausa Aziza, Ayawu Elizabeth, Aremu Oluwashola, Ayonleke Latifatu, Balogun Hamidat, Elekwechi Ifoma, Ibijola Aino, Innocent Alice, Izuagba Emeka, Mba Rich, Nwaogu Ndidi, Wokoma Williams, Odungide Uduak, Ofojebe Waneka, Ogedengbe Omotomilola, Ogundipe Olajumoke, Ogunlano Shegun, Olani Oyebola, Olapade Olufibiyemi, Olowo Kere Tunji, Oluwafemi Folorunsho, Oshin Abayomi, Osude Ayodele, Osude Oluwatoyin, Shoeton Hakim, Ufoma Eze, Uwakwe Victoria, and Yusuf Titilope. Please, Mr. Talabi and Mrs. Adiola, join them to take the photograph. It's good to note here that the Aspire Coronation Trust ACT Foundation was part of our AEP 60 and 61 class. We got some very good funding from the foundation to train 60 entrepreneurs in 2017. So please put your hands together for the Aspire Coronation Trust for partnering with Faith Foundation on this. We thank you very much, very, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Talabi. And thank you to Mrs. Hajara Diola. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. Put your hands. Two of the entrepreneurs were top 10 finalists from the Union Bank Centenary Competition. One of them is running a startup focused on developing eco-friendly female sanitary wares from plants. Please put your hands together for them. That's Wokoma and Hamidat Balogun. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our Emerging Entrepreneurs Program. For 2017. Our Emerging Entrepreneurs Program is a strategic growth program for experienced entrepreneurs looking to take their businesses to the next level. We call them the senior boys and senior girls at Faith Foundation. And I hope that the video is ready. So here is a short preview from the EEP 20 class from some of the participants in 2017.
When we had the very first class, 6 weeks ago, when they spoke in the class, they all spoke and were very tentative as to what their future was like, how they would manage their businesses. Many of them did admit that they have been running the business for a while. They really wanted to know what they could do to grow their business. 6 weeks later, fast forward, it's very exciting to see that they're all reinvigorated, they're all full of energy, and they're all very, very optimistic, and they have a bright outlook for their businesses.
The EEP is designed to cater to the needs of emerging entrepreneurs, experienced entrepreneurs who've been running their businesses for a while, but they've sort of been moving around a particular mountain and they're looking to scale up and gain some business management knowledge to be able to move from the point where they are to experience the future of their businesses.
EEP is a great program. It's caused me to have a lot of shift from my thought level before I enrolled and my thought level as at the time of presenting the strategy. It's been a world of difference, a shift. Now I know what it means to run as a local company and a company that aspires to be global.
It touched every aspect of a business that we try.
The curriculum is very good. I would recommend it for any entrepreneur that needs to go back to the drawing board and reassess his business. And because the business dynamics environment is changing, every now and then you need to go back to the drawing board and realign with what the current changes in the market is.
You get to that point in your business where you begin to hit the ceiling and you begin to say, what, I need to break out of this. That is when you need to come to EEP to help you shatter those walls and then open you up to a whole new world of possibilities.
I want to say well done to the EEP facilitators, well done to Faith Foundation staff, their hospitality, everything about the institution exude excellence.
I will now call on the EEP 20 graduates to please come up stage. Adebiyi Bennett Sijibomi, Adeniro Akinfolari, Igwe Titus, Uwaogu Ekene, Honora Sophie Chinwe, Omofaye Abayomi. Please put your hands together for them. And I would like to invite Mr. M.K. Ahmad and Lady Maiden Ibru to please join them up stage for the pictures. Well, it's good to know that from this class is an entrepreneur who brought the stage to life, Mr. Sijibomi Bennett. Please wave to everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll call on the EEP 21 class to come up stage as well. Abayomi Shomefu, Adepoju Taye, Akinroye Sharon. They're not here. Daniels Jumoke, Louis Oyi. Where are graduates? Ojewusi, Oluwayemisi, Ozo Emeka, can you please come up stage? Thank you very much. Graduation of our Scale Up Lab Agribusiness Program graduates. The Scale Up Lab is our newest flagship learning and support program, which is a sector-focused accelerator program. And here is a short preview as well on the Scale Up Lab experience.
I am really excited to present a preview of our Scale Up Lab in 2017. Earlier this year, we launched the Scale Up Lab project as an accelerator program focused on 4 high-growth sectors of the economy, namely agribusiness, health, education, and creatives. And the idea behind the Scale Up Lab is to provide sector-focused, targeted learning, targeted support for 10 early growth, high potential businesses and position them for growth and scale. In July, we put out a call for applications for the agribusiness stream and received over 340 applications within a 4-week period. From these applications, we shortlisted them to 30 high potential agribusiness entrepreneurs who came to Faith Foundation and made a business pitch to our team of assessors. And from those 30, we eventually shortlisted to the top 10 who were selected for the program stream, which ran from August to December 2017. The first step of the program was a 1-week growth-focused bootcamp to help the 10 entrepreneurs have a better appreciation of their positioning within the agribusiness value chain and what it will take them to grow and scale.
So far, the bootcamp has been awesome, it has been amazing. The opportunity to network with a lot of brilliant minds, a lot of things I learned personally that I'm going to apply in my business.
The most important thing that I learned is the vast opportunities there are in the agribusiness sector, the different value chains, and where is the most profitable value chain, which to me is agro-processing.
After the bootcamp, working with each of the entrepreneurs, an individualized growth plan was developed, which guided the subsequent learning, mentoring, and advisory interventions that each of them had over the next few weeks.
I've learned that my business can be scalable. I could build a sustainable business that will last more than 3 generations.
We've been privileged to have a combination of very successful agribusiness entrepreneurs and/or experts who, in their different roles and capacities, have very good knowledge and understanding of the agribusiness value chain and are able to work with each of the entrepreneurs based on their different needs and different growth plans.
The trainers widened my horizon about what it entails to become a successful entrepreneur.
I also have come to appreciate the fact that I need to be able to detail what the process of production are in our chain. So how one operation moves to the other, and every single person involved in the business needs to understand this very well.
2nd of December, 8 of the agribusiness entrepreneurs made a pitch presentation on the demo day to show what they had learned over the period and also their strategic plans to grow their business and to scale, with specific focus on scaling in terms of customers, in terms of cash, and in terms of capacity. As we come to the end of the first phase of the learning and support journey, we're looking forward to the next 1 year where they'll be working with specially selected mentors and advisors who will be working with them to roll out their growth plan that we've been working with them on for the last couple of months. We're also very thankful to the support of ACA Foundation, who from the start off really came with us as a partner on this journey, and they're still working with us to roll out the next phase in 2018.
I will now call on the graduates from the Scale Up Agribusiness Program. Akinyele Oluwaseun, Bakare Mojisola, Jimo Adewale Damilola, Wachinemere Emeka, Ogundare Isaiah, Oyeniyi Femi, Sipasi Olalekan, Tijani Adam. Please put your hands together for them. Some other of the participants are outside of Lagos and are unable to make it today, but we do celebrate with them. I'd like to call on Mrs. Bola Adeshola to please join us on stage to take these pictures. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. Adeshola. Thank you so much for joining us on stage. Please put your hands together for our graduates one more time. And I will hand over the microphone again to Mrs. Emilia Asim-Ita. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Oge. Can we put our hands together one more time, please, for all our graduates? It takes commitment to finish any worthwhile venture, and we celebrate with all of you. It's time to invite our valedictorian for 2017. She's a proud Nigerian with family ties to Edo and Rivers states, a member of AEP Class 58, where she was also elected as the class governor. And we look forward to perhaps her becoming a democratically elected governor someday. She attended INSEAD Business School France and Digital Marketing Institute of Ireland, and has garnered 16 years of experience working in corporate Nigeria. She's currently the founder and lead consultant for Love Marketing, which provides marketing advisory services with focus on facilitation and business consultancy. She also presents a show on radio, Marketing Masterclass with Vivian Ihaza, that airs every Thursday at 9 a.m. on Metro 97.7 FM in Lagos. Please welcome our 2017 valedictorian, Vivian Ihaza. Her Excellency, the soon-to-be Executive Governor of a state in Nigeria, Vivian Ihaza.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, distinguished members of the Faith Foundation family, alumni, valued guests, and my fellow aspiring and emerging entrepreneurs, it is a privilege for me to stand here today representing the AEP 58, 59, 60, and 61 classes of 2017. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how I ended up on this stage, but I'm determined to represent you all as best as I can. So I want to take you on a short journey and share a few stories with you in the process. My speech today is titled, The Other Side of Fear. So my first story is about how I decided to build a business. I was coming to a crossroad, and I wasn't sure what to do. My nice, cushy job with corporate perks was disappearing right in front of me, and I was convinced that every nice thing in my life would come to an end. I worried about what my neighbors would think, what my family would think, and what my friends would think. Then I realized that most of what I was worrying about was about keeping up appearances, and not so much about real things. I knew that I would be okay eventually. I made a few calls, and other opportunities began to appear. So I started to prepare to start life in another company and to continue on the comfortable path of having a guaranteed salary every month. And then I remembered that I had a dream that had been haunting me for about 3 years, a dream to be more, a dream to do more, to have an impact in a way that was personally meaningful to me. I began to think about my dream again. It wasn't to conquer the world, just to make a little bit of difference to a few lives and become financially independent in the process. What was holding me back was fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of public ridicule if I failed, and fear of even greater expectations if I succeeded. I had been afraid for 3 years, and I was still afraid. Then I came across my friend's DP, and I realized that at that stage in my life, as I was approaching a crossroad, I really had nothing much to lose. As far as a couple of my friends were concerned, it was a mid-career crisis, but for me, it was a perfect time to start a business. And then I want to tell you another story, this time about how I came to Faith Foundation. I have a friend named Ita, and many, many years ago, she came to Faith Foundation. We both worked in the advertising industry, and against all expectations, we had become very good friends. Over time, our paths diverged. I left the advertising industry and moved fully into the world of marketing, working for really great multinational companies along the way, while Ita went ahead to set up her own business as a freelance copywriter and trainer to follow her own dream. One day, we were having a conversation, and she told me she had started attending Faith Foundation. She told me about how much she was learning about building a solid business. That was the first time I ever heard the name Faith Foundation, and it stuck in my head. And I thought that maybe one day I would see for myself what ITA was raving about. So fast forward to 2016, or what I call the year of turbulence for me. By this time, I'd been dreaming for a few years about doing something, either as a side hustle or as a full-time business. And I had a good idea of what I wanted to do. I just wasn't sure of how to go about it, as I had spent my entire work career in the corporate world. I was an expert in marketing, but I needed help to become an entrepreneur. Then I remembered Faith Foundation. I decided that my next step would be to enroll there. And so, in February 2017, I became a part of AEP Class 58, and I went on to become the governor. Yeah. So, now, I want to talk about what I learned at Faith Foundation. In AEP Class 58, I met many different people with many stories about how they got to Faith Foundation. There was Winifred, who already owned a thriving fashion business and wanted to learn the finer art of people and money management. There was Tolu, who unfortunately is not here with us today, but Tolu was already running a small creative agency that was expanding faster than he and his partner could manage. In addition to learning about business fundamentals, he wanted to learn about time management and how to prioritize his time. Then, of course, there was Bobby. Bobby is here with us today. Bobby, the aspiring shoe label owner. We had Adeni in the same class, a real estate agent. Bumi, an aspiring media mogul. Dakpo, the paper man. Felix, the oil man from Warri. Benedicta, the aspiring fashion label owner. Abidemi, the man in the IT solutions business. Adedoyin, the pharmacist. Miriam, the mixologist. And Kehinde, the photographer. Everyone had a story of how they ended up in AEP 58 class, and no two stories were the same. We're all different, but in that class, we had a common purpose. We wanted to learn how to build a successful business while impacting society. So we learned from each other, and we learned from our wonderful facilitators. We learned about customer service, negotiation skills, personal assessment, and goal setting. We also learned about finance, accounting and taxation fundamentals, operations and people's management, the legalities of setting up a business, effective digital marketing strategies, and so many other things. All our facilitators were accommodating, and they shared their experiences and knowledge willingly. And from every single session, I learned something new to add to what I already knew. For that, I want to thank all the facilitators that are present here today. But without meaning to sound biased, I have to specially call out two facilitators who had a profound impact on me. First, I'd like to thank Mr. Peter Obadari, whose introduction to entrepreneurship set my expectations for the entire program and prepared me mentally for the journey. By sharing his personal story with us, I was reminded that the road would not be easy, but that I should never give up when disappointments forced me to change my plans. And the second facilitator I want to call out is Dr. Uyi Ima Edomoyi. For the business model canvas class, he provided me with the clarity that I needed to put my business plan together. He also took his time to give every single one of us in that class personal feedback on our business plans. I remember afterwards that I ambushed him and I asked him to become my mentor so that I could continue to learn from him. He graciously accepted. Now, apart from the classroom sessions, we also worked together as a team on a CSR project. We chose the Niger Women Braille Center to support with both paper and money contributions from everyone in the class. As our time together came to an end, we celebrated by going to Farm City for some grilled fish, pepper soup, and drinks. Dr. Okunola paid for the entire class as he used the opportunity to celebrate both his birthday and his impending marriage with us. Overall, it was a wonderful team bonding experience. So here we are again today, along with the AEP 59, 60, and 61 classes, which I also have the privilege of representing here as we formally graduate. To you all, I want to say congratulations for taking this step and for making it this far. Having said all that, what is next for us? In the months since my time at Faith Foundation, I have come to realize that life as an entrepreneur is hard and it is really lonely. There are a lot of unplanned curves and disappointments, but there are also moments of unexpected blessings that help to keep me hopeful. The part of my business that has grown is the part that I least expected to grow. And the part that I wanted to focus on initially hasn't taken off as smoothly as I had hoped. In just these few months, my training and consulting business has brought me into contact with some interesting companies across various industries. I've facilitated marketing and digital marketing sessions at one of the top 3 banks, a major conglomerate, and one of the major media companies in Nigeria. I've also become a resource person to the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria in the areas of strategic, operational, and digital marketing. And just this week, I was also invited to become a resource person to the National Institute of Management, and it's something that I'm really, really excited about. My dream was always to build and empower others through knowledge transfer, and in doing so, contribute to making our country greater, one person and one business at a time. To create a greater impact and reach more people directly, I created the Marketing Masterclass with Vivian Ihaza, a 15-minute business empowerment program on Metro FM targeted at current and aspiring business owners so that I could share marketing tips and tools that will also help them build their business. The feedback and questions I get every week from people across various industries shows me that I'm making a real impact and encourages me to do more. I want to continue to do more and also grow my consulting business to the point where I'm able to get an office space and employ 1 or 2 people to join me eventually. I'm also happy that many of my Faith Foundation classmates are doing just as well. Bobby, who is here with us, has started his shoes business. And Kehinde, who we call Kenny, has gone on to win a major photographic competition that will take her to New York next year. So many others are doing just as well, and it all started at Faith Foundation. So looking back to 2016 and all that has happened since then, I realize now that conquering fear is important. Fear holds you back from trying, and without trying, you cannot fully explore your potential. I'm still afraid of failure, but I've come to realize that if I fail, I will get up and try again. And when my story is told, it will help others. If I succeed, I will push myself even more and use my influence to help others to rise just like me. So, to AEP 58, 59, 60, and 61 classes, I say this: fear is a double-edged sword. It can hold you back, but it can also push you forward. It requires courage, determination, perseverance, and resilience to overcome it. There will be times when you will doubt yourself and question your competence. I know this because it happens to me from time to time. And then I remember what is on the other side of fear: a chance to become financially independent, a chance to impact society and empower others, and a chance to tell my story one day. The good news is that we are not alone. We have our classmates, we have alumni, our mentors, and the Faith Foundation family all rooting for us to succeed. And I celebrate you, class of AEP 58, 59, 60, and 61, for being part of this journey. I want my story to be told, but I want my story to be told alongside yours. Let us all succeed together. Thank you.
Delivered like a true leader. One more time for our 2017 valedictorian, Vivian Ihaza. She says when her story is told, she is confident that it would have helped someone. Now it's time for us to celebrate a special set of individuals, those who give of their time and resources to support the work of Faith Foundation. And to do this, I'd like to invite Mrs. Habiba Balogun. She will coordinate the 2017 Faith Volunteer Awards. Can we clap for our volunteers? And of course, Mrs. Balogun.
Good afternoon to you all. So happy to see you. So I'll stand on existing protocols, that's all right. So our volunteers at Faith Foundation enable the work that we do. They give us their time, and you know their time is their most expensive resource, yeah? Other resources at hand, and most importantly, their expertise. They give it to us, Faith Foundation, and they give it to our entrepreneurs, and they give it to us for free. By doing that, they enable us to offer significantly subsidized learning support and pro bono advisory and consulting services to our entrepreneurs, both our new ones and our alumni. Our main volunteer categories are facilitators, mentors, advisors, and the MSME Hub content providers. And this year, we will be presenting volunteer awards for each category. For Volunteer Facilitator Award, our volunteer facilitators are those who teach and facilitate our training, workshop, and boot camp sessions. Here are the nominees for the Faith Volunteer Facilitator for 2017.
For the Faith Volunteer Facilitator of the year 2017 are Abiola Adegbite, Project Manager, Terragon Group. Tinuola Ikwadeola, Senior Manager, Management Consulting, KPMG. Dr. Uyi Imaedomoni, Lead Partner, Gavrinda Business Advisory. And the award goes to Dr. Uyi Imaedomoni. In addition to being the lead partner at Gavrinda Business Advisory, Dr. Uyi is a specialist registrar of rheumatology at Lagos University Teaching Hospital. He has been a volunteer facilitator at Faith Foundation for the past 7 years, and this year gave 102 hours of his time facilitating sessions for the Aspiring Entrepreneurs Program and the Next Economy Program of the Faith School of Entrepreneurship. He also served as a panel member for the final selection of participants for the 2017 Scale-Up Lab Agribusiness Accelerator Program at Faith Foundation. We at Faith are very grateful to you for your time and for being ever so ready to share from your wealth of knowledge and experience.
Congratulations on behalf of our board, management, all the trainees, AEP, aspiring entrepreneurs, emerging entrepreneurs, agribusiness entrepreneurs, Nigeria. We thank you for giving us of your time so generously. Your time, your resources, and your expertise. We really appreciate you. You abstain. Thank you. So, next, the mentors. And I saw that our valedictorian has already colobied one mentor for herself. Volunteer Mentor Award. Our volunteer mentors are those who support our group and one-on-one 12-month mentoring programs. Here are the nominees for the Faith Volunteer Mentor for 2017.
The nominees for the Faith Volunteer Mentor of the year 2017 are Max Menkiti, CEO, Millennium Apartments. Ibrahim Stone Bowenhart, Founder, Intercon Solutions Limited. Dr. Uyi Ima Edomoyi, Lead Partner, Gavrinda Business Advisory. And the award goes to Ibrahim Stone Bowenhart. Mr. Bowenhart is an experienced consultant and the founder of Intercon Solutions Limited, an agribusiness consulting firm with services spanning across business strategy, marketing plan, sales team development and training for small and medium enterprises. In 2017, Mr. Bowenhart gave 62 hours of his time to support Faith Foundation by facilitating for the Next Economy program, consulting for agribusiness entrepreneurs, and providing mentoring support to 2 entrepreneurs in the Aspiring Entrepreneurs program and the Scale Up Lab Agribusiness Accelerator program. Thank you for providing guidance to our aspiring entrepreneurs on the path to starting and building their businesses.
Well, as you know, mentoring is a very personal experience. It requires you to open up to, it's a two-way exchange. And it takes a lot of time because over the 12-month period, you meet on several occasions and you help each other grow. We'd like to really thank you for making that personal commitment to leading and helping the younger entrepreneurs, not younger in age, yes, on their journey to entrepreneurship success. Thank you very much. And on to our consultants. At Faith, we don't just teach you and mentor you, we also give you access to a whole range of business consultants that represent one of the major barriers, actually, for startup entrepreneurs. So our volunteer consultants are those who provide free advisory services at our monthly business advisory clinics and handhold our entrepreneurs in developing their business and strategy plans, their taxation, legal, whatever you can want, all the different areas. So here are the nominees.
The nominees for the Faith Volunteer Consultant of the Year 2017 are Sahid Onibudo, Partner and Head, Tax and Advisory Services, Donjour Sabon Professional Services. Segun Abodunrin, Co-Founder and CEO, Tiwe Media. Shaye Amusa, Partner, Chapita LLP. And the award goes to Mr. Duke Segun Abodunrin. Mr. Abodunrin is a marketing strategist with a special focus on helping micro, small, and medium businesses understand and use the web to grow. He is presently the co-founder and CEO of Tiwe Media, where he leads strategy formulation and digital training for micro, small, and medium businesses across the continent. He has trained more than 20,000 entrepreneurs and businesses, helping them to understand and use the web to grow. Mr. Abodunrin is a volunteer trainer at Faith Foundation and Google, where he facilitates on digital transformation, social media, and digital marketing. Mr. Abodunrin gave over 70 hours of his time helping our alumni businesses understand and leverage on the power of digital marketing through training and consulting for the Aspiring Entrepreneurs program and the Imagine Entrepreneurs program in the Faith School of Entrepreneurship, as well as the Business and Alumni Support Services Unit at Faith. We would like to thank you for your commitment to Faith Foundation and the development of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. The nominees for the Faith...
Well, as you can see, spontaneous applause. That just shows, right? The future is digital, right? There are lots of businesses, lots of jobs that are going to disappear in the next 20 years. And because of the 70 hours that you've volunteered to Faith Foundation, you prepared our entrepreneurs to be competitive way into the future. Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate you. And finally, our MSME Hub content contributors. MSME represents micro, small, and medium enterprises hub content contributors. We've realized at Faith Foundation that there are only so many people we can touch through our face-to-face interactions. And therefore, under the leadership of Adenike Adeyemi, the MSME Hub has been born, along with our Alumni Hub. And we rely on our content contributors to bring it to life. These contributors are the providers who provide content support in developing articles, tools, videos, infographics, and materials to our newly launched msmehub.org platform. Please check it out. Here are the volunteers. Here are the nominees.
The nominees for the Faith Content Contributors of the year 2017 are DIY Law, Roslyn Onalaja, Managing Consultant, Stressed Services Limited, Deloitte, and the award goes to DIY Law. DIY Law empowers entrepreneurs by providing access to simplified and quality legal services and information at affordable prices using technology, legal know-how, and project management. They are winners of the SME Empowerment Innovating Justice Awards 2015. DIY Law is run by a committed team and was founded in Lagos, Nigeria by Bola Olonishakin, Funkola Odeleye, and Oduonluwa Longe. The DIY Law team has supported Faith through the consistent provision of articles for the recently launched Faith Foundation MSME Hub. Thank you for ensuring timely access to online learning materials and articles for entrepreneurs in Nigeria.
MSME Hub content contributors, like Mrs. Onalaja here, even if you can't attend our programs, you can become educated, you can access the resources you need, advice from consultants, you can take online courses. You know, there's a whole array. It's msmehub.org. We advise you to just check it out and spread the word to those who you feel might need it. We truly, truly appreciate you. We know what it took to develop the content, record the content, and giving us the right to, you know, distribute it and circulate it. Thank you so much.
Now we've come to the big one, the one that we've all been waiting for. That's the 2017 Faith Model Entrepreneur of the Year Award. And I'd like to invite Adenike Adeyemi, Executive Director of Faith Foundation, to present and introduce the winner.
Thank you. So I'm very happy to present this year's Faith Model Entrepreneur Award. Our FME Award is an award we've given since inception, and it's the only external award that we give from Faith Foundation. So all the awards we give are usually to our entrepreneurs, our volunteers, our alumni. But this is the one where we recognize the achievements of entrepreneurs who may or may not have gone through Faith Foundation. And even the process for the recruitment, the selection, the nomination is very rigorous. And this year, we're very happy to present two very deserving nominees for this award. The FME Award seeks to recognize and celebrate ethical Nigerian men and women who have successfully established a fast-growing business, created employment, as well as contributed to the fostering of other businesses in the country. Faith Foundation's belief is that searching for such inspiring and respect-commanding Nigerian entrepreneurs through a very rigorous process will help identify people who have, through hard work, ingenuity, and tenacity, traversed the rough and sometimes hostile Nigerian business terrain and struck success. Celebrate and present them as role models for other Nigerians to aspire to. And we'd like to present the nominees for this year's FME Award.
The nominees for the 2017 Faith Model Entrepreneur Award are Tayo Oviosu, founder and CEO, Paga; Kofo Akinkugbe, founder and CEO, Secure ID. And the 2017 Faith Model Entrepreneur Award goes to Kofo Akinkugbe. Launched in 2005, Secure ID is Nigeria's leading smart card manufacturing and personalization plant, providing comprehensive end-to-end payment. Launched in 2005, Secure ID is Nigeria's leading smart card manufacturing and personalization plant, providing comprehensive end-to-end payment, identity management, and digital security solutions for the financial services sector, telecommunications, government, education, healthcare, and private enterprises. Located in Lagos, the company is fully certified by Visa, Verve, and MasterCard, and operates a world-class production plant employing best practices and international standards. The company's client base spans over 5 African countries and is the leading EMV certified card plant in West Africa, one of 6 in Africa, and a member of the elite club of only 80 such companies in the world. Secure ID has the largest state-of-the-art smart card manufacturing plant in sub-Saharan Africa with an annual capacity of 200 million cards. Kofo is a British Chevening Scholar and was the 2012 winner of the African Leadership Network's Most Outstanding Mature Business in Africa. She is a director on several companies, including the Sokoa Chair Center, and is a member of the recently inaugurated Nigerian Industrial Policy and Competitiveness Advisory Council. Fate Foundation is proud to award this year's FME Award to Kofo Akinkugbe.
So I'd like to invite Mrs. Kofo Akinkugbe to please come up. Please come this way. And I would like to ask the chairman of Fate Foundation, Mr. Fola Adiola, and Mr. Austin Okere to please present the award to us.
On behalf of Fate Foundation, it gives me every joy to present this to a young friend of mine. And the reason she's winning is not because she's a young friend of mine, it's because she's scaled the hurdle, as you heard here. And we're supposed to make this a joint presentation, myself and Austin. So you hold the other edge. Well, we'll get Kofo to receive it. And I hope it's one of the awards you'll be proud of. Yes, yes. We're a humble organization ourselves, and we don't do it just for the sake of it. We actually try our best to look for real people. It's not the noise that it will bring. It's an encouragement to you that, and to those who are graduating today, that there's no hiding place, you know, for somebody doing good.
Thank you very, very much. I'm not sure I was actually expecting it, but when I got the call about being nominated to a foundation like Fate Foundation, I said, even to be a nominee, it's an honor. And I thank God, who has always been my helper. But you know, it's not about awards, but it's about showing allegiance to the founder of this foundation and his team, and my friend Hajara. Because when you look at him, he's a mentor in the entrepreneurial world. He's someone that founded or pioneered modern banking in those days. And that bank has not only outlived him, but he's built, he and his late partner, an enduring organization. And so what I would like to say is, it's not about just success, but it's about how does it impact on the lives of others after you. And I think that has always been my focus. I have, I'm so engrossed in work that you don't see me. Because being in the manufacturing industry and technology industry,
And then having a dream that is so big just causes you to be quite insular. But I think I'm getting to a stage where I actually want to impact the life. I want to share my story with aspiring entrepreneurs because I want them to succeed. It's been an incredibly, and it's still a journey, but it's been an incredibly challenging journey. But I think what gives me joy is when you see the little steps that you take direct you and lead you to that goal that you're going to. And that joy just outweighs all the pain that you've been through. And it's not just building an organization, but building an organization that is ethical. Building an organization that has the wherewithal to transcend into different types of products and services through it. Because what we've done at Secure ID is to build a structure whereby different ideas can thrive. When I started Secure ID, I started with it with the end in mind, not with the beginning. So it was a big dream, but I knew that I will not achieve that dream overnight. So I was a very patient person. And the journey is still going on. But every success I make is a celebration. And I just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Are there pains? Of course there are. But our aspiring entrepreneurs, you have to be enlightened warriors because problems will come, but you need to face those brutal facts. And what I can just say to you is that with God on your side, with hard work and having the right kind of determination, having the right kind of, what drives you, and you want to leave a legacy, you will definitely meet your goal. And of course, you've gone through a foundation like Faith Foundation. You have a lot of mentors. I don't mind you making me one of the mentors to teach as well. I would like to share what I'm going through. I would like to share what I have been through, the hurdles I've been through, and how I overcame them. But Faith Foundation, thank you very, very much. Thank you for this honor. Thank you.
One more time for our Faith Model Entrepreneur of the Year. Thank you so much for doing all that you have done and all that you will continue to do to inspire many more entrepreneurs. Just a word of thanks before we leave. We're almost done. I'd like to inform all the volunteers to please, your certificates are available at the back of the hall. Please don't leave without picking them up. Then the MSME Hub team, there's also a resource desk behind the hall. So should you want to get any information about the MSME Hub, please find the desk. You'll find a lot of volunteers and team members with the MSME Hub t-shirts. Then finally, to also recognize a new entrepreneurship program that we have in Faith, and that's for, I'd introduce the participants and then we'd know what that program is about. Is Jomiloju Osude here? Jomiloju Osude, can we meet you? And Abraham Olokpade, where are they? These two participants are babies that were born in the course of the 2017 Faith year. So that's Jomiloju. All right. There are 3 babies actually, but only 2 of them are here. So that's something for the ED to note. A new entrepreneurship program. We might call it Baby Entrepreneurship Program. Also in the course of the year, 3 sisters enrolled for programs at the same time, all different programs. The Yusuf sisters, where are they? Where are the Yusuf sisters? Can you please stand? Moji Bakare Ni Yusuf, AEP 59 and Scale Up Lab. Kende Yusuf, AEP 58. Photography and Titi Lokwe Yusuf, AEP 61. Wow. So I'd like to invite a director of Faith Foundation, Mr. Dikpo Davis, who would give us a few words of appreciation for our institutional supporters and partners. Can we put our hands together for him? And then we'll soon be out of here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, all. On behalf of the Board of Directors, management, the alumni, students of Faith Foundation, we would like to specially appreciate the following institutions for their support to us in the delivery of some of our key programs in 2017. ACT Foundation for their grant support, which provided scholarship to about 60 of our AEP entrepreneurs. ACA Foundation for their partnership with us in delivering the pilot phase of our Scale Up Lab Agribusiness Accelerator Program. ACCA Nigeria for their commitment to work with us in improving the financial literacy knowledge for all our entrepreneurs. Deloitte for their invaluable technical and knowledge support in the area of MSME tax matters. Digital Encode for their scholarship support to some of our AEP entrepreneurs. Microsoft for providing software support to the organization and also providing platform support for hosting the MSME Hub. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs Netherlands for their partnership with delivering the next economy program, which would enable us provide pre-incubation support to over 3,000 young entrepreneurs over a 3-year period, about 100 of whom have already raised funding through their crowdfunding platform. Superflux Limited. I don't have anything for Superflux Limited, but I would assume it's for the use of their CEO, Mr. Tokumbo Talabi. Youth Business International for their unwavering commitment to supporting the improvement and delivery of our entrepreneurship curriculum and mentoring program, and also providing the enterprise resource platform for us to adapt technology in the management and impact reporting of our entrepreneurs. Institutional supporters and program partners. As a not-for-profit foundation, we are privileged to have local and international institutions in the private and development space who have and continue to support the work we do to enable entrepreneurship and also support the growth of successful businesses across different sectors of the Nigerian economy. This year, we would like to specially recognize and acknowledge the following for their support to us in 2017. First, Accenture Nigeria for technical support. Astral Waters, water for our team and entrepreneurs. Banwo and Igodalo, legal advisory. KPMG Nigeria for audit services. And last but not least, Main One Cable for internet access. On behalf of Faith Foundation, we thank you very, very much. You are much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davis. Would like to invite the Executive Director of Faith Foundation, who's already behind me, to give us a formal vote of thanks.
So on behalf of the board, the staff and the management of Faith Foundation, I thank everybody who is here in this room. We thank all our entrepreneurs in the year. We thank all our volunteer mentors once again. I would like to specially appreciate the founder of Faith Foundation, Mr. Fola Adiola. Please, can we rise up and appreciate Mr. Thank you. and also the board of Faith Foundation for their unwavering support in everything that we do. Thank you. Please sit down. I appreciate the GT Bank and Superflux for their sponsorship of the program. Thank you very much. Last but not the least, can all the Faith team members please wave their hands? Everything that we've done, everything from January, from years up till now, all these individuals around the room are the ones responsible for helping to make a success of the organization that we have. Please appreciate them for me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone. I don't think it's too early to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Please enjoy the refreshments and also music, and please take some time to take pictures. And we also have displays for a lot of our entrepreneurs from the year. There are pictures, there's so many things that you can look and also even patronize at the side of the room and around the room. Thank you very much to everyone, and have a good evening. Thank you.